You know, a lot of people do things, you know, how should I say, for clout, for the internet. But, you know, it's all about knowing yourself and knowing your purpose. Because once you know your purpose, you understand your why. You understand why you move a certain type of way, and you understand your gift. It ain't nothing else. It ain't nothing more important than knowing your gift. So.
Hey guys, it's Sabrina with Palm Beach Connects, and today we're sitting with Clarence from Brockett Financial Services. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. How y'all doing?
I'm good. This interview is long overdue.
Yeah, it was quite some time.
Yeah, you've been a busy guy.
Yeah, but you know, in due time, we got to get together, you know, get a different out, present something.
All right, and how's business going for you now?
Right now, business going good in all different outlets. You got to be thankful for God first and foremost, but you know, with the blessings and the hard time, things have been coming together, you know, working with different individuals, reaching different outlets, and offer different products to a lot of clients right now.
Okay, so we've been following, you know, you and what you do for a little while now. You're very involved in the community, but we want to get to the background of you. How did you get to be who you are today?
Well, just in general, I say it all started, you know, from the childhood experiences. And me being, you know, well known in the community, I went to Lakes and Gardens. You went to Lakes,
you went to Gardens and things like that. What kind of teen would you say you were back in the days?
With that being said, I was rough around the edges. You know, everybody remember me in school as, you know, badass Clarence. So I used to get in trouble, you know, with the teachers. I used to be very active, you know, disrespectful, but that was just me growing up as a child in my natural environments, everything I seen. So during that time, I wasn't aware of, you know, everything what was going on. I was just looking at, you know, the direct picture instead of the bigger picture. So back in my background, you know, rough and wild, you know, and loud.
And loud.
Yeah, very loud.
You like to be seen.
I ain't like to be seen, but I just like to, I just like to act up. I felt like that was the common thing for us. And, you know, the music that was coming out at the time when, you know, we was listening to music, you know, that's very influential. So we try to fit in a different type of, you know, audience and everything like that to show that, you know, who we are, you know, get an image as if, you know, we this tough person. But that's really what it was, just, you know, fitting in, you know, being active and loud, just in general.
Now, I feel like a lot of young men, you know, struggle with that part when, you know, growing up and stuff like that, like right route, wrong route, you know, different routes that you could take. What do you feel were, like, your options back then? Were you good at sports? Did you have, like, other venues you could have took?
Honestly, you know, my mindset was just, you know, football, just in general. You know, being in the hood, everybody gonna know that your sport is football. You know, and that was just the direct route that I only seen because that's, you know, in growing up in the neighborhood, you got to be the best one in, you know, either football or basketball. It's no baseball, it's no soccer, it's no, you know, math, that type of, you know, image. Is just those two sports. So that's directly what it always was, 24/7. So what was I good? I had a little talent, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't the worst, but I admit that I wasn't the type of person that could have got those D1 scholarships because I used to just work hard in practice but not work hard, you know, when everybody not looking, and that's what matters more than anything.
I understand. So then where would you feel came your shift in mindset? Because it seemed like you was out there back in the day.
I say the shift in mindset came from, I think I was 16, turning 17, and you know, me and Mom Deuce, at that time, me and Mom Deuce was getting a couple arguments, just in general. But what really snapped us in, I think the first time I seen her cry because of what I did, and that was just like my mindset. It changed a little bit, but it changed in the right direction. And then when I went to school in Orlando, it really changed when I think it was my first year after I finished. Mom Deuce had lost a job. And at that point, you know, I'm thinking, you know, Mom Deuce got money, you know, because when you young or whatnot, my mom used to get child support. So I'm thinking Mom Deuce got a couple stacks saved, and I ain't know the dynamics of money. So $800, you know, every 2 weeks, I thought that was something. But, you know, when you get in the real world, that ain't nothing. So at that time, Mom Deuce, you know, asking me to, you know, could I give her some money here and there. And I was working 2 jobs going to school at the same time. And when I did that, I started knowing that, you know, it's my turn to be the man in the household. So from there, it's been a whole 360. You know, I got 6 sisters. I got a family full of kids and everything. So, you know, whatever I do is go benefit the whole family.
Right. So where did Brockett Financial Services come from? How did we get into the finance world of things? Then you started understanding money, understanding that it's important. So then, is that where the interest came?
Yeah, but I was always a go-getter when it came to money. Like, just in general, when I was young, I used to go to the flea market to sweep house. I used to sell candy in school. Everybody in the neighborhood, I used to charge them $10 a week to go take out their trash. So I was always, money hungry because, I was just a hustler. But when I was at UCF, I was doing, they had this little career fair, and I had went, and this lady had said, do you want this, like, financial services job? So me not knowing, I'm not looking at the job description. It was really life insurance, So when I was taking the exam, I started studying, like, the first 3 chapters, and I'm like, okay, this definitely seemed like life insurance. So, but I was studying for the exam and taking 5 classes at the same time. So I knocked that out, and I ended up passing the exam after the 3rd time. So that's when, like, the financial services background, like, just insurance in general came into the picture. But when I got out of college, this was like, what you go do next.
Right.
The job, still you working for a company, a brokerage firm, and they just got you with insurance and sales. But now what you go take it to the next. So it came around that when I was at G4S as a financial analyst, I was saying back to this next guy, and he's like 50 years old. But he was showing me, how to trade and do certain different things. And he's very educated, so I learned how to do, stocks, bonds, and different trades regarding him. And I just started taking it to the next level and learning myself. So within that, he taught me the little things, but everything else, it just becomes taught. And now, I'm like an ace of spades in the deck. Ain't nothing gonna stop me.
It seems like nothing has stopped you, your whole journey. You've definitely been someone that has made lemonade out of lemons, for sure. Everything you've been dealt, you turn it around for the better. A lot of other young men don't get as lucky. They don't get that shift in mindset and get that understanding that you gotta make choices that would, like, better equip yourself for the future. What would you say to those young men?
Well, when just to start with, I feel like as men in the economy, we all dealt the same cards. You know what I'm saying? Well, within our circumstances, we all dealt the same cards. It just matters, how you play them. And most importantly, where it comes from is, when you got those cards, is wherever your natural surrounding. If you got OGs in the hood that that's raising you, if you got uncles and aunties that's raising you and whatnot, when they empower you, with those words and everything, they looking out for you. Then that's where the most powerful thing coming at for the the young kids growing up, because I say I was surrounded by a lot of OGs, aunties and uncles, but my switch with them, my switch just in general was them telling me not influencing me to go out and do the other thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never have to sell dope, but a lot of individuals tell them you go hustle or whatnot, and they push them towards that route. So it really matter about them OGs and the aunties and uncles who they got in their natural environment, because they got the wrong ones, then they go influence on the wrong way. And along with the music that come out as well, God, when it just come down to it, God has a handful of people who he go take from out of those situations. He want everybody to get out of them, but he has a handful of them that he gonna take out of those situations. And it's up to you as a person, to understand that some things are temporary and this is not going to get you anywhere. Because, a lot of people that we done hung around with back in the past, a lot of them are doing time. You know what I'm saying? You can't be, I'm going to say this, and this is a little bit outside the context, but you can't be a real nigga if, your family, if you in jail, you can't take care of your family. If you can't take care of your mom dudes.
So, with that being said, it takes OGs instilling, different ways and stuff like that. So I feel that you've taken it upon yourself to make sure you're one of those people that provide opportunities and make a way. Is that more personal for you?
Yeah, it's personal. I mean, it comes in the background, like regarding all the kids that I encounter. I don't call them my, mentees so heavily. I call them, that's like my, my little boy. You know what I'm saying? So with them and all them that I encounter, I take them under my wing and I'm gonna tell them the right thing. And within it, it's up to me not to be so professional towards them, because you got to connect with them. If you be so professional with kids, it's no connection. Now they just feel like you just teach them something. But if I can connect with you and I can learn your background and you can see my background outside of the business side, now we got a full connection. So when it comes to them, I teach them everything that they're doing. I tell them the ins and outs of what happened in my past. I'm not gonna hide anything from them. Because if a lot of people, they hide their past from the kids, and it's just no connection. So all my my little boys that I say that are my mentees, but I just call them little boys. I'm gonna tell them all the right things. When they doing wrong, they doing wrong. But at the same time, I'm gonna let them understand that sometimes you have to go through those things to get that that mindset the correct way.
Right.
You just can't pull them away from it because it's too much social media and everything out here. They go see it regardless. So they got to go through the rough times and get in trouble every once in a while to get that equipped in their head. They're like, all right, cool, this ain't taking me nowhere.
And then you said you went to so you went to Lakes and Gardens in high school. So you've been in Palm Beach your whole life.
Yeah, our whole life.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. So yeah.
How would you describe? I want to ask this. How would you describe, like, right now, how the young generation is acting in Palm Beach? Like, I mean, I feel like it's been worse. I feel like it's gotten a little better, but how do you feel?
When it comes into it, I think, it's the same from, when we were growing up. It's just more social media out here now. So they not only being influenced by, the music that, because we used to listen to the same music back in the day, but just from different people. So let's say for example, 15 years ago, we listening to Boosie, and now 15 years later they listening to YoungBoy. It's the same thing what used to go in the past, but now they got different outlets to social media and little things that they feel tried by somebody not liking their music, or let's say for example somebody not looking them in the eye, for example. So they got all these type of things that they're trying to prove, but when it comes down to it, it ain't really worth it. I'm gonna tell if I tell mine just in general, say you gotta defend yourself, but in certain type of situation you ain't gotta get in, because when you get older, you go look at them and that was corny. That wasn't even what it was about. And all these little kids losing their life. It ain't the same thing used to happen back in the day. So it's a continuous reputation. It's just more media outlets is letting it be known now. So yeah.
What would you like to see change in Palm Beach, specifically here? This is home.
I feel like everything, regarding the older people, in the business side, I do see a lot of people coming together, from Palm Beach Connects, getting out to more people. So, individuals just, contacting more people, for different, mindsets to work together. I feel like that's happening. But most important, I feel like what we need to do as a community is make sure that we don't forget about our natural roots and don't forget about the people who do come from where we come from. So regarding more events for them, connecting with them, and even the people that's outside that don't even got nowhere to stay. Like, I feel like we need to make sure that we definitely do connect with them, because they just in general they are they are back. They know everything that we don't know that goes around 24/7. So that's all I say is just doing more things and for the community and giving back to your natural roots. When you get famous, you don't gotta go ghost 100%. You can still be there for them, but from a distance. I just feel like a lot of people forget about that.
Thanks. And you are someone that does practice what they preach. You have done a couple of events yourself for the community. You did a cookout you were partnered with, and a couple of things. Tell me about that.
The cookouts and everything that we have done, with a teaming up of, we did it with John Born Real, Gigi, the band, Sounds of Success Community Band, and others, as well as changes and different organizations that we have reached out to. We do those, and those events have been real great, towards getting everybody back out and just letting everybody enjoy the natural times. Palm Beach, they say it's a retirement place, but I don't think it's a retirement place. We got so many people out here that connect, and get together and have just the natural fun. We got our oldest that's in the house that be out there at the events, hanging out, eating, having a nice time. My mom Dukes, now she, at the events, on the internet, at Facebook, everybody laughing at what she's saying, she, having a little fun and everything. That's just the more appreciative things in life, seeing them interact and everybody just having a good time and be, good. We done did, I did a fashion show last year for all the kids, and that was just like a real big, success. The kids, got a chance to, walk down the runway, have fun, smile. About 45 kids, and just to see that the moms and the dads that was there, helping with the event, getting the kids in line and just reaching out. We even had a couple scenes where, a couple parents was crying just because how beautiful it was, but that was more so to give back to them And for them to have that experience, some kids was walking down the aisle with their moms and dad at the same time, and that was like, I think that was the top notch. Once you seen that, see the parents come together, for the beautifulness of the kids, it's like nothing else can stop that.
That was amazing. We were actually out there.
Yes.
It was really great to see. Everybody came together. You had some food vendors out there. You had different photographers out there. So it was a lot going on in one place that I did see. You brought a lot together, which was dope. Can we expect you to do some more things like that?
Oh, that's never gonna stop. Next month we doing an event for the homeless people, where I'm gonna have a couple barbers come out there and edge them up, get them right. We'll have a clothing drive, so at the same time while they all getting edged up and everything else, have a clothing drive, so we go make sure we give them clothes and everything. A lot of clothes that we drop off to Goodwill, but Goodwill use it for profit. We make sure that we give back to our natural people, and then at the same time while we out there, we gonna have changes, and what they're gonna be doing is that they're gonna be offering individuals health and wellness. So with with all that going on, it's gonna be actually a truck they can do they can take showers in and everything. We're gonna make sure that we give back to them, have them a good time. And this is just on the regular that we do, but we haven't done this one, but other ones we have done. Every Sunday, they be around here, and about 15 of them. And every Sunday, I make sure I go out there and I go buy them lunch, and we sit down and have like a 15-minute conversation. But this here finna be, one just for them, and make sure, because everybody look at them different type of ways because of what they got on. So we're gonna make sure they right, out there. And then the fashion shows will still continue. I want to say this one, but I don't know if it's gonna happen because the Marina done told us we only have 1,000 people there. 100 people there. What I want to do is that for all the kids that done missed, their prom, I want to make sure I have an event at the Marina a couple weeks in a row. Make sure that we can have them, enjoy like a party for their prom. So, we definitely looking into that and, getting out there a little bit more and helping them in all type of ways that we can.
That would be really, really nice. I feel like the community would really appreciate that for sure, because everyone looks forward to prom, and this corona got a lot of people sitting in their house virtually, walking across stages, and it's not. Yeah,
it's not what it was. Now them kids don't work hard for a long time. When I could tell you when I first walked across the stage, my mama shed a tear. So they, a lot of them didn't get to experience that, that feeling. But it's a huge accomplishment that they got it done. It's just that we got to help them any way we can. So if hopefully the virus don't sweep through or whatnot, or we can get more kids in there at one time. But we definitely looking at that, and I definitely been in contact with South Florida Fairgrounds, so we get more kids or whatnot, and see how we can do something for them.
That is really dope. That's dope. Wow, it's like you provide opportunity. You are the person that you needed back when you were a teen, you say.
I feel like, just in general, I'm trying to get everybody together, offer them a different outlet. When it comes to it, it's all about knowing your purpose in life, and that's why I feel like a lot of people don't understand their purpose. A lot of people do things, how should I say, for clout, for the internet. But, it's all about knowing yourself and knowing your purpose. Because once you know your purpose, you understand your why. You understand why you move a certain type of way, and you understand your gift. It ain't nothing else. It ain't nothing more important than knowing your gift. So once you know your gift and you can provide different routes for others, that's just it. I don't worry about being the famous person. I worry about more so offering different outlets to help other people. Get to that level. So when it's all said and done, I know I done did my work in the community.
That's great.
I try.
All right, I guess there's a lot to you. Real changed.
It's just growing up. That's all it is. It's just growing up. Knowing what's going on, what's more important in life. Do you want to be a person that don't have no power, or for example, more people weigh money more than being an owner. I weigh owner more than being money, because now you can move how you want to. You can open up different avenues for people. For a man in general, I think the goal should be being an ownership, and being able to delegate and move people in a certain type of way, in a more positive way, to just offer them different outlets. So once for a lot of men that's out there, or a lot of people, ownership is the way to go, because you can make as much money as you can, but you have different restrictions on you. But now you be the owner of your own self, and be able to move people and delegate stuff and have power. You can't be stopped. Only you can stop yourself. So that's it.
I feel like you're a father figure to a lot of young men. Are you a father And in the real world?
Nah, I'm not a father in the real world, you know. I just a father to a lot of young men, my nieces and nephews, you know. I look after my sister, you know, them, just in general. I always been like the man in the household from a young age. I just, you know, now I know that it's, you know, much more, it weighs heavily up on me. So I use all that, you know, just to, you know, get to where I need to get. That's a daily motivation. Because I was, you know, raised in a single mother household as well. My pops, you know, wasn't there. And I used to call this, you know, this dude in the neighborhood my pops when I was real young. You know, he helped me he learned, taught me how to hustle, the legit way. But now it's like I'm my own motivation, you know, my family and everything. So I just make sure that I'm the father figure, the right father figure, you know, professionally and outside the professional world.
It's deep, but let's not knock you for it. I know you still can turn up. Like
I can still turn up,
yeah.
yeah.
On the timeline.
Yeah, when I go on the trips, I be turned, you know. That's just, you know, me having fun. I don't hide myself from anyone.
That's nice because you're real. You're really real. Like you are what you stand for, and you show that in everything that you do.
You gotta be authentic. So, and gotta be authentic, and that's why I be telling people it comes in a way of if you go do things for money, or you go do, you know, be real and be authentic with the world and present yourself to a certain standpoint. And I'm always be authentic. I'm not gonna do things, you know, just for I want to be professional, 100%. Nah, I'm gonna be myself, but I know how to turn it off and turn it on. You know, it's easy for that. People can call my phone. I got the professional voice on. If I know it's somebody that I know, I'm like, you know, hey, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just change it up, but I know how to turn it off and turn it on. I know how to, you know, delegate and move stuff. Right.
You have to be able to be diverse. You have to be able to put yourself in different situations and make yourself get out of it.
And that's why I say that it's a stand. It just like I'm telling you what. A lot of people got different individuals that motivate them. Mm-hmm. Let's say for example, if you're a person that got, you know, P Diddy who motivates you, or you got Jeezy, you know, you got to see who you relate to much more. And you gotta, you know, that route or what that person is doing is something that you can relate to, and you can't jump out your side or jump out yourself and be a P Diddy if you don't have that type of, you know, that mindset or that type of relation. Because everybody can do things for commercial, you do things not for commercial, but you can still make your money and still be powerful. That's what a lot of people don't understand. That, you know, that switch of what you can be or what you're destined to be. A lot of people want to go out there and, you know, be a whole 360 and be this person when that's not who they are behind closed doors. So it will never be the route for you. It's not your connection. You gotta learn what your connection.
I get that. That's powerful. Real powerful. You're dropping a lot of knowledge in this interview.
I feel like I always, you know, want to give them, you know, gems. If I can, I could just present it to them in each and every way. They just got to use it, because you can tell anybody, you know, a type of information, but if they don't use it, you know, it's not beneficial to them. But I can say, like, when it's all said and done, you know, each individual that I done, you know, had conversations with, like my boys and everything, I done, you know, taught them. Well, I wouldn't say taught, but I done gave them a lot of information that they can use to, you know, better themselves, or, you know, help them get to what they want to get to. And I feel like that's what, you know, real people do. You know, I learn information from them just because I'm at a different level or a different, you know, route. Any information that they can tell me, I can put it into what I'm doing and use that to get to the next level. You don't have to have a room full of everybody with the same goal, same mindsets, you know, towards like being better and being great, but they don't have to have the same goal. And you can learn something from each one of them individuals, because everybody gonna take a different route, but there's certain type of things that they do, I can conflict that to what I'm doing.
Was there ever a time in your past that you felt that you wouldn't be sitting right here right now? Like, was this even the life that you picked for yourself? Because I know you had your 360 point. You had a time of realization around 16. But did you really see yourself being here doing what you're doing?
Nah, it just wasn't there. But once I knew, like, as soon as I would say, like, upon graduating from college, I knew that a lot of people was looking at me on the internet, and I wasn't even thinking about them looking at me. But the more positive stuff I was doing from what I was doing when I was a kid, it just, people was catching that. And from once I seen that, I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can, you know, I'm a changed person from what I used to be. So I can use that to help other individuals. So when I started learning different things and, you know, putting it out there to help them or just giving back just in general, I started to, you know that, like, okay, I like seeing people happy. I like putting people on game, or giving letting them learn something. And once I seen that used to touch me so much, I use that just to keep it going. So it's all about making creating memories, educating people, and putting them on different things. Open up businesses. A lot of people don't understand how to do that, but once you open up a business, you're your own owner. And just in general, I feel like we spend a lot of time working for a company that don't love us. Won't cut us the right check, because at their mindset, like every other individual, it's all about profit, equity. Are you going to be a person that can profit from yourself, because you are valuable? When you go to that store or whatnot, they need you, and you put in all that time towards doing something that they want you to do, but you're not happy with doing. It's a big difference from once you can do what you want to do. You just gotta get through the hard times. A lot of people scared to go through those times. A lot of people scared, they scared of the fact that they cannot reach levels that they want to reach.
A lot of people are scared of failure.
Yeah, they scared. Yeah, so I don't really say that. I can never say I felt in life between anything I did, and the only reason why I say that because everything I have been through, I have learned something from. So when you learning from something that you're doing, you're not really failing. You just growing as a person, and you understanding the different routes to take. And once you got that mindset, you learning everything. You change your mindset, everything is much easier. You just have to take your time, because it's not a switch. Life don't happen like that. We put ourselves in different predicaments over time. We don't put ourselves in a predicament overnight. We already know what we're doing. But now, if you got that type of mindset of you grinding and not, you seeing slow profit, slow money growing, different connections and whatnot. You really start to understand the business world, and you really start growing as a person. So once it get there and you get to where you want to get, you won't lose it as fast, because you understand everything you done did to get to this point.
Right. And then, okay, so what else can we expect from you? I know you said we're going to have more shows coming and everything like that. We are in this really cool room, so what do you have in the works?
So, a couple things that we got in the works is, we got a clothing line coming out. And the clothing line, I won't announce the name now, but it will be announced in like 2 days for sure.
Okay.
We done did the trademark for it, so we gonna dip into the clothing line, the podcast life. We get into that. Next year, we've been working with a couple individuals, and what we trying to open up is a different lounge that caters towards our connections, such as music. Got nights that you want to go out and listen to the old school music, have a little fun. And just in general, that's what we're looking for right now. We're getting in different contracts and everything going on. We also just put in a name for that. We're getting it. We're looking for the liquor license, and that's the big stuff. We're going to open up a lounge or whatnot. So that's next. And then from there, we just trying to get in different avenues, trying to create more content for us as people. So get off of, because once it's all said and done, you need different content to get to where you want to. And nobody that we have known, such as individual of our descent, that has been very, very successful, such as reaching that billion out of 100 million, have had one avenue. They always dip and dab in different industries. So we just finna create more content, connect more with the people, and get out there everywhere we can.